Okay, we have a requested topic here. And the requested topic, it has to do with JP Morgan and BlackRock and Bitcoin. Now, I am so far from a financial expert. I've looked into this story. As soon as you throw the word fund in, I'm fucking lost, right? And I do understand Bitcoin and blockchain, but when the banks, none of that shit makes any sense to me. So I don't really know what the fuck is even being proposed. It's ETFs, whatever the hell that is. So what I'm going to do here is let's look at JP Morgan's motivation in sticking their dick into crypto, and let's just see what they're trying to achieve, and then we'll look at what they end up achieving. But as far as like the ins and outs of this, I don't fucking understand any of it. So let's just see what we get. All right, our root card is a Five of Swords, and the main card is a Seven of Pentacles. I am going to look on either side of the seven. Okay, well, there's lots of tokens here. Now, the root card being the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords shows that they have already won some kind of battle. And by they, I'm talking about JP Morgan and BlackRock. Now, here it's a soldier. The soldier invades the city. You can see the white flag of surrender back there. And the soldier is taunting them. And they can't do anything about it, the people of the city. So this shows that they've kind of had some victory already, and they're like trying to add insult to injury, or they're trying to rub somebody's face in something. But whoever they're trying to fuck over here is essentially powerless as this happens. Now, the main card is the Seven of Pentacles. And what I'm really getting out of this is like growing the tokens, um, like these tokens growing from the tree. It would be like cultivation of these. And I've already seen that Bitcoin has shot up over $45,000 for the first time, apparently in a couple of years. So the price of the crypto markets are surging because of whatever the fuck this deal is, right? And I'm sure that that is the intention, and I think that's what's being shown in the Seven of Pentacles. Now, leading up to it is the Queen of Pentacles, so this would be the nurturing sort of motherly energy. It also does show, some aspect of just materialism and like missing a spiritual component to some degree. But we are talking about the fucking bankers, so I guess that makes sense. But we have this nurturing motherly energy, and then that moves forward into the seven, cultivating the tokens, growing them. And the blood is sticking out, the blood that's coming out of the tree. Now, especially with this Five of Swords here, and it's showing a soldier, this would tie into war somehow. Like I don't exactly know, but we're talking about BlackRock also, and of course they own all of the companies. A good chunk of all of the companies, including the weapons manufacturers and all of that. Now, as it moves forward, we end up at the Four of Pentacles. Now, here, there's someone who is desperately clinging on to these things, to these probably same tokens. And time is going to force them to lose it, right? So I think part of the question was whether or not this whole deal was to corral crypto or to take it over in some way, um, to move toward like a global currency. And I think what's being shown in this Four of Pentacles is probably the people who have these tokens, and they would be afraid to sell them. This is holding, right? Or hodling, as they call it in the crypto world. But this is like desperately clinging on to these things, as here the demon is bringing them through the gate, but they don't want to move through the gate because they know they're going to lose all of their tokens. Maybe this is more about ownership keys or whatever with crypto, with the tokens. But I think this is showing people desperately clinging on to these things that they are about to lose. I'm going to pull one more on this just to see if this is talking about regular people or if this is talking about the banks themselves. And we get the Emperor. So it would be regular people desperately clinging on to the crypto that they have. And this would also imply that at some point they're probably going to lose it, because the Emperor is the one that's in control here. All right. Now, here, this is all intention. Let's just see what actually happens. And I guess we're going right off the top again. And we get the High Priestess. Oh, geez. So the High Priestess is showing that something is hidden. What actually happens here? There's a layer of this that is hidden, a layer of it that's secret and probably won't be known publicly by anybody. I'm going to pull one more on this because, I'm going to need more than that. So, what is the effect to a regular person who is holding Bitcoin? And we get the Devil. Possession. So this would be, I think this is going back to the keys, right? The ownership keys. This looks like it's probably a play to actually take ownership away from the people who own Bitcoin. Eventually, however the fuck this flows, it's going to take their private ownership away. All right. I'm going to collect these here. And let's just see what else that we would need to know about this. So the Chariot is showing a very specific goal, and this would be moving toward that. What is the goal? The reverse Hierophant is turning the traditional system upside down. So this is a play to basically topple the traditional structure. I was going to ask basically structure of what? Now, this is probably the financial system, right? This would be meant to topple the financial system. But the card that comes out here, the Five of Cups, this is like an emotional connection. This is like a relationship. So this would also be changing the way that our relationship works with money. And the traditional way, the traditional relationship that people have had with currency, it's meant to topple it. But this is like deeper than just ownership keys. This is like fundamentally about our relationship with currency. Okay. Well, I was going to ask about the world currency. I think this is showing that exact thing. But let's just pull one more on this and see if this is meant to set the stage for a new world currency. There's two that kind of want to come out. And we have a loss of hope and basically suffering that it's interesting with the reverse 10 because the reverse 10 shows the suffering has already happened, but it's just not going away. Um, so the real damage and the real move, I guess, since we're talking about a world currency, this would say the real damage has already happened. This would be more about losing any hope that it could be repaired. So, is this meant to control crypto? It's meant to control the ownership of crypto and take it away from people. And this is starting with Bitcoin, but however Bitcoin goes, everything else goes. So, yeah, and is it moving toward a world currency? I believe that it is. But it's also like some grander picture thing than that. Like our relationship with currency in general is also the target. That's what's being changed here. So, any of the financial shit that I lack, hopefully you can fill in the blanks because I don't understand this stuff. But the reading did not look good for the people and for long term, the holders of crypto. But that's what we have for now. Thank you and peace. Is this the end of days where lava fill the bays? I'm gonna grab some tarot cards, let's see what they say. Who controls the press? Was Will Smith possessed? Let's shuffle up the cards and we'll see. And what about the freaking aliens? Whatever could they be? Let's ask the cards and see. Come on to my Patreon. It's only $5